Namaskaram, Shri Gurubhyo Namah. On behalf of Krishnamacharya Yoga Mandira, I welcome you to day 28 of Dhanur Dhya Sadhana. This is Margashirsha 28. Shri Krishna Vagisha Yatishwarabhyam Samprapta Chakrankana Bhashya Saram Shrinut Narangendra Yatau Samarpitasmam Shri Krishna Maryam Guruvarya Mide Virodhe Kartike Mase Shatatara Krutodayam Yogacharyam Krishna Maryam Guruvaryamaham Bhaje Krishna Suri Daya Patram Jnana Vairagya Bhushanam Srimat Venkatanatharyam Vandeham Yoga Deshikam Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. As we move to the end of this month-long immersion, exploring different facets of the Tirupavai, the Tiruvempavai, various other traditional sources of wisdom, integrating them with practices of bhavana, of visualization. Today is day 28. Since the day before Ekadashi, the last 26, 27, 28, 29, these four pasurams are very popular because here is where Andal comes to the crux of what is she seeking. She asks in the first pasuram, she says, Narayanani namakke parai tarvam. Narayana will give us that highest status. What is this parai? What is it that she is seeking? We will take a quick look at the four pasurams. I will give you an overview of the meaning and then we will move into the practice for today, focusing on the essential thrust of these four pasurams. One thing I would like to say here is that Tirupavai, every pasuram has pages of commentaries by the great acharyas. Like again, a never-ending, ceaseless river, like a perennial river, there are such vibrant commentaries. What we are doing is simply touching the surface. We're just trying to take a dip in the waters of bhakti that Andal has created for us to immerse ourselves in the depth of these treasures would be the work of a lifetime. Just to have the feeling of what Andal has envisioned as a guru. So she stands there, Bhuma Devi stands as a guru, leading us, showing us the way towards our destination. And so, a brief overview of these pasurams before we begin. Mali Manivanna Margari Neer Aduvan Melayar Seivanagal Venduvana Kettial ஞாலத்தை எல்லாம் நடுங்க முரல்வன பாலன்ன வண்ணத்துன் பாஞ்ச சன்னியமே போல்வன சங்கங்கள் போய்ப்பாடு உடையனவே சால பெரும் பறையே பல்லாண்டு இசைப்பாரே கோல விளக்கே கொடியே விதானமே ஆலின் இலையாய் அருளேரோ எம்பாவாய். Now Andal makes a list. She tells him, oh Krishna, you are Mal, you are the greatest one, the complete one. You are Manivanna, like a blue gem. Margari Neeradavan. This word of Margari Neeratam is essentially that of, while at the surface level it seems to be a dip in the waters during Margari, the question remains, do Andal and the other gopikas that she envisions, are they actually going to the river? Are they actually taking a dip? The subtle implication is, come, let us dip together in that Jiva Nadi, that eternal river of Karuna, of compassion, that is Bhagavan. So this is Margari Neer Aduvan. What are we doing? Melayar Seivanagal Venduvana Kettial. What we are doing is what our ancestors, our teachers have shown us. This is not something we've devised on our own. What are we asking for? You have your Pancha Janya, the brilliant white shankha, the conch that has driven fear into the hearts of your enemies. It is said in the Bhagavad Gita when describing the conch sounds of Krishna, Panchajanya, as Arjuna, Krishna blows it, followed by the conches of all the Pandavas. Duryodhana's heart trembles in fear, is a reference in the Bhagavad Gita. Like this, we want not one, we want several white conches. We want Sala Perumparai, we want large drums that, that are beaten along with the songs sung by the great Acharyas. Pallandi Saipare, they sing your praises. We want more. We want beautiful lamps. Kola Vilakke Kodiye Vidhanami. We want beautiful lamps. We want the flagstaff, the flag that unfurls on the flagstaff, and we want Vidhana, a roof-like structure to offer shelter. Now you wonder, what are these material things that Andal is asking for? She has been speaking about the Pavai Noble. She says we are not going to eat or drink, or we're not going to adorn ourselves. Why is she suddenly asking for these material possessions? There are subtler implications. She says, your Panchajanya, what is the role of the Shankha? It lies inert, but when you blow through it, it resonates with the vibration of the cosmos. Let all of us be these conches in your hand. Let us be the drums that proclaim your name. Let us always be surrounded by others who have led the way, who have shown us the path to serving you. Let us be like the Acharyas who shine like bright lamps, illuminating the darkness of our hearts. Let us be the flag that announces the presence of Bhagavan. This is why the flags are unfurled in any temple before the start of a festival, to indicate that this is the location for travelers who come from far and wide, to show that this is where you have to come. Let us be that, indicating that you are here with us, and you let us be the Vidhana. When you say we have a roof over our head, what protects the roof? Andal says, let us be that which protects you, who are our shelter. Then she continues, Kudarai Vellum Shir Govinda Undanai Padi Pareikondu Yamperu Sammanam Nadu Pugarum Parasinal Nandraga Shudagami Tolvalaye Tode Sevipuve Padagami Endranaya Palkalanum Yamam Anivom Adai Udupom Adan Pinne Parchoru Muda Neipeidu Urangai Valivara கூடியிருந்து குளிர்ந்தேலோர் எம்பாவாய். She says, oh, you are the great Govinda who has conquered even your greatest enemies who stand bowing before you. We are not your enemies. We are not bowing before you because you have defeated us. We are here singing your glories. We are here surrendering to you. Give us these great gifts so that the world will sing of our renown. She says, give us ornaments for our hands, for the ears, for the lower ears. The tol valaye are the ornaments for the shoulders, metal plates for the shoulders. Tode sebipuve, the earrings for the lower lobe, and earrings for the uppermost part of the ear, and ornaments like anklets to adorn the feet. Give us all this. Why so much of jewelry? She says, we will adorn all of this. Madai udupum, give us fine clothing. And then, par chor is rice cooked with milk, in which a lot of ghee is mixed. And she says, when we dip into it, when we take it into our hand, the ghee must run down our hand. In this manner, Kudi irundu kulirndelor, let us all be together with you. Again, the question, what is Andal asking for? Why suddenly? She has said we will not adorn ourselves. We won't apply the collyrium. Now, why all of this? Again, we have to go deeper and deeper into the subtext and the bhava that is here. She says, give us the greatest sanmanam. What is it that you can give us? Allow us to be your ornaments. Let these hands be of service to you. Let us offer kainkarya to you, like the bracelets adorn the hand. our let our shoulders be adorned with your symbols. There is a tradition known as Samashrayana, where the conch and the shankha and the chakra are using a seal that is heated. They are placed on either shoulder. It is a mark of bharanyasam, of absolute surrender to Bhagavan Krishna, Bhagavan Narayana. So let our shoulders be adorned with this Tode Sevippuve, these are your ornaments for the ears. Let our ears be filled with your mantra. Om Namo Narayanaya, the Mula mantra, and the Vimantra, Shriman Narayana. You're not just Narayana, you're Narayana endowed with Shri. So, Shriman Narayana, let this sound adorn our ears and let us be the ornaments that fall at your feet. Let us be the anklets that adorn your feet. Let us be your clothing. There is this very beautiful idea of Sharira and Shariri. Sharira is the body, but that which wears the body or owns the body, Shariri speaks of the Antaryami. Let us be the clothes that drape you, and let us be yours. This reference to this mixture of milk, rice, jaggery with ghee is about the utility of all of these substances to create food. Let us be the food that nourishes you. Having said this, you would expect her to say, let us eat together. She's not speaking about eating because this is a vrata. She says, let us be like this, like ghee is inseparable from substance it's mixed in, because ghee, while of the highest order of value, cannot be consumed alone. It has to be mixed into the preparation. That is how ghee has to be consumed. Let us be like this. Udi Irundu speaks of the power of satsanga. Let us all, she's not speaking for herself. Let us all be with you in this manner and delight in your anugraha. As in surrender to you, as with you as our supreme master, we offer ourselves to you in this manner. The same thread of thought continues in Pasunam 28. Karavaigal pinchendru kanam சேர்ந்துண்போம் அறிவொன்றும் இல்லாத ஆயர்குலத்து ஒன்றன்னை பிறவி பெருந்துணை புண்ணியம் யாமுடையோம் குறைவொன்றும் இல்லாத கோவிந்தா உந்தனோடு உறவேல் நமக்கிங்கு ஒழிக்க ஒழியாது. அறியாத பிள்ளைகளும் அன்பினால் உந்தன்னை சிறு பேறு அழைத்தனவும் சீறி அருளாதே இறைவா நீ தாராய் பறையிலோர் எம்பாவாய். Here, she says, we are ordinary people. We are just like these cattle that graze. We just go behind them. We have no great knowledge. Beyond our bhakti, we don't know anything. Here, it is a very conventional approach to lower ourselves as we elevate Bhagavan. She says, we spoke of you in so many ways. We called out to you as Nanda's son. We called out to you as Kanna, as Manivanna, in all these ways. But your greatness cannot be spoken of simply, so ordinarily. But we do not have that wherewithal to speak of you. We don't even know the entirety of your magnificence. But one thing we know, you are Kurai Ondrum Illada Govinda. You are Govinda. You are the one who is complete. The word go indicates the cow, Pashu. Inda is the one who rules, the one who is the king, the one who is the master, who controls these Pashus. We have a parallel reference which makes a beautiful connection between the Shaiva and the Vaishnava tradition. Pashu is another term for cow. Pati, the master. Pashupati is a term often used to refer to Shiva. The tattva is the same. The forms that they are venerated in are different. So she says, you are Govinda, we are the cattle that seek your grace. Take control of us. She says, Uravel namakkingu olika oliyadu. Our relationship is not one that is going to diminish. It's an imperishable relationship. She speaks of the eternality of the connection between the Paramatma, Sriman Narayana, and every one of the Jivatmas. That is a spark. Here you see this idea of Shesha and Sheshi. That which is a residue, it's a part of the whole, is Shesha. Sheshi, that which is the entirety, is Sheshi. And so here that idea of I am simply a spark, just a tiny residue of your magnificence. We are just children, like ignorant, naive, innocent. And we've called you in so many ways and so many names, but don't take it as an insult. It was never intended as an insult. It comes to you out of love. Give us this great parai. You are the parai. See, repeatedly, the word parai can mean drum. It also means let us be this drum that simply submits, because the drum does not resound on its own. It needs a drummer. We submit to you as that drum. Parai also indicates param, the highest. Give us that, show us that. This is her constant plea. We see here a similar idea in the Vishwarupa Darshana yoga of the Bhagavad Gita, where Arjuna sees Krishna's massive cosmic form. And he says, Sakheti matva prasabham yaduktam, He Krishna, He Yadava, He Sakheti, Ajanata Mahimanam Tavedam, Maya Pramadat Pranayena Vapi. He says, Oh Krishna, I didn't realize your greatness, because he sees the entire universe in that form. And he says, inadvertently, so casually, I just called out to you, Oh Krishna, hey Yadava, oh friend, I have been a fool. Yachavahasarthamasatkrutosi vihara shayyasana bhojaneshu ekotavapyachyuta tat samaksham tat kshamaye tvam aham aprameham. You are immeasurable. But I was so casual with you. I've been treating you just like a friend. As we were walking, as we were resting together on a bed, as we were talking on a seat, eating alone or in public. Oh, Achyuta, you are immeasurable. And I have brought you down so low, simply addressing you as Yadava, as Krishna, and so on. Forgive me, for you are incomprehensible, immeasurable. You have the same bhava here. She says, you are that magnificent. We are the Shesha. We are here. This is known as Ananya Sheshatvam, that we are eternally only fragments of that. Until such time we reach you, we are in your service as little sparks of light. The same bhava comes through. The Pasuram for today, day 28. Chitran Chirukale Vandunai Sevithun Potra Mariadiye Potrum Porul Kelai Petram Meitunnum Kulatil Pirandu நீ குற்றேவல் எங்களை கொள்ளாமற் போகாது இற்றை பறைகொள்வான் அன்றுகான் கோவிந்தா இற்றைக்கும் ஏழேழ் பிறவிக்கும் உந்தனோடு உற்றோமே யாவோம் உனக்கே நாம் ஆட்செய்வோம் மற்றை நம் காமங்கள் மாற்றேலோர் எம்பாவாய். We come to you in the early dawn. Literally, it means we are here so early. This is the Pavai Nombu that we have taken up. Tirupavai 28, Karavagal Pinchendru, is the Pasuram for today, day 28. The Pasuram for tomorrow, day 29, which is the last of the Pavai Nombu. The 30th is Andal's Phalas Shruti, which we will also explore. Today I introduce you to Pasuram 29 as well. Chitran Chirukale Vandunnai Sevithun Potra Marayadiye Potrum Porul Kelai Petram Meitunnum Kulatil Pirandu நீ குற்றேவல் எங்களை கொள்ளாமற் போகாது இற்றை பறைகொள்வான் அன்றுகான் கோவிந்தா எற்றைக்கும் ஏழேழ் பிறவிக்கும் உந்தனோடு உற்றோமே யாவோம் உனக்கே நாம் ஆட்செய்வோம் மற்றை நம் காமங்கள் மாற்றேலோர் எம்பாவாய். Citram Shirikale refers to the dawn, refers to the early morning time. This is the vrata that has been taken early in the day. And we seek you, O Govinda, we seek your golden feet. We are blessed to have been born in the same kula among the Gopas and Gopis of Vrindavana. We salute your lotus feet and we place before you this request. Do not hesitate to give us what we ask. Further, she says, Itrai parai kulvan andrukan Govinda. Having asked all of this, Andal says, I'm not asking you to give it to me today. Here we must understand that it's not today. She says, it's not just for this lifetime. எற்றைக்கும் ஏழேழு பிறவிக்கும். She says for 7 births. 7 sevens, we don't know, but for infinite births, for as many births as we have, let us only be yours. Utrome vyavom, unakke nam atshaivom. For however long we have to be born here, let us be in connection to you. Because you are the only source, you are the Paramatma. Let us always be with you, let us merge with you, let us serve you through our bhakti. The last line literally is the heart of the Tripavai, the essential message. Matrai nam kamangal matrelor empavai. If there are any other thoughts, anything else that distracts us, from what? From our goal. Remember always that in this path that Sanatana Dharma shows us, we are all sparks of Jivatma heading to be merged with the Paramatma. The Paramatma is the Jiva Nadi, is that living river into which we need to empty ourselves so that we finally reach our destination of the infinite complete, the Purnam. And so when there the slightest distraction, is there any other thought that arises in my mind? Wipe that away. Matrai nam kamangal matrelor empavai. Remove that, erase that. Fill our hearts with the most noble qualities so that we remain steadfast in our journey towards immersion into you. This is the heart of Mahargali Neeratam. It is not just bathing in a river, but merging oneself, the Jivatma entering into the Paramatma. It is for this reason that Snana or a ritual dip in the rivers is considered so precious, because it is symbolically representing this journey of the Jivatma into the river, into the Jiva Nadi, that is the Paramatma. Symbolically, we dip as a reminder that this is our final destination. This is the Parai. And so repeatedly you see in these pasurams the word Parai. Narayana is the destination. Narayana is also the means to our destination. So for our focus today, I'd like you to think about this idea of the river. The river flows across many lands, many terrains. If you take the Ganga, whether it is the Ganga originating at Gangotri, whether it is the Ganga who descends into the plains through the 5 Prayags at Rishikesh, moving on to Haridwar, whether it is the Ganga we venerate at Prayagraj, or where she meets the sea. It's all the Ganga. But we can't bathe everywhere, because sometimes the water is turbulent, sometimes there might be alligators or other dangerous creatures, sometimes the terrain is so very treacherous that you could slip and be pulled into the currents. The waters can be very deep, there can be quicksand, and therefore there are what are known as ghats. In Tamil, Padithurai. There are specific designated areas where steps are built so that we can access the Ganga. And that is where the snana, where the ritual bath is considered to be very, very powerful. But in our destination to the river, we have to think of it as the steps that are leading us to merging, where the drop, that is the Jivatma, enters into the Jiva Nadi, the river that is the Paramatma, that it simply merges into that river, flows as the river until it merges into the sea. And so you need the steps. What are these steps? First, we need satsanga. The first step is satsanga, sadhu sanga, the sat sahavasa, all those who uplift us, who share the same values that we do and build up our energy to go through these processes. Because the path of sadhana is not an easy one. So they are the ones who bolster our courage, who give us shraddha and take us along. Then we need the acharyas who show us the way, the second step. Then we need Mahalakshmi. We need all the consorts, Sri Devi, Bhudevi, Neela Devi, who are the consorts. They represent different aspects of Prakriti that we need to transcend in order to merge into the river of the highest compassion. Parama Jiva Karunya Nadi is literally the universe. That is what we represent as Bhagavan, because the universe is a benevolent creation. It's benevolent from thought to creation to completion. And that magnanimity, that magnificence is represented in the Bhagavan, the concept of the Bhagavan, the one that is in the smallest of the small, the largest of the large, also shining inside our hearts as the Paramatma that illumines the Jivatma. And so it is only through Prakriti that we can eventually merge into the Jivanadi of the divine. And so this will be our focus for the practice today. Here in the 29th Pasuram, 28th, 29th, you see the words Govinda being used. And Andal says, Kurai Ondrum Illada Govinda in 28. You are Govinda, the complete one, the ever complete. There is nothing that can diminish from you, nothing can add to you. You are eternally full, eternally radiant, eternally complete. We are but tiny specks, tiny sparks, tiny rays of light that emanate from you. You are the Gopati, the Pashupati, the Gopala, the one who shows us to the grazing pastures, who nourishes us, and eventually you take us, encompass us within your fold, making us merge into you as you. So this is going to be the focus for the practice. Please sit comfortably, back straight, eyes closed, chin down. Just take a few breaths. Please take a few deep breaths. I will chant the Shanti Mantra Purnamada Purnamidam. Just visualize the completeness, the magnificence of the universe as you breathe in and breathe out. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Now, visualize yourself as one little ray of light emanating from this cosmic supreme. There is that shines above. You're one among infinite such little specks of light, and this light is in your heart. As you breathe in, simply allow your consciousness, your attention to reach upwards. And as you exhale, I will chant. On your inhale, please repeat the chant as you exhale. simply visualize the connection to that Govinda in the heart space, the one who is the indwelling controller, who gives us life. Please repeat after me. I chant on your inhale. As you inhale, your attention goes upwards towards that cosmic supreme. As you chant, bring it back here, inviting that to protect what is within. Inhale. Om Achyutaya Namaha. Chant. Om Achyutaya Namaha. Inhale. Om Achyutaya Namaha. Om Achyutaya Namaha. Inhale. Om Achyutaya Namaha. Om Achyutaya Namaha. Inhale. Om Anantaya Namaha. Om Anantaya Namaha. Om Anantaya Namaha. Om Anantaya Namaha. Inhale. Om Anantaya Namaha. Om Anantaya Namaha. Inhale. Om Govindaya Namaha. Om Govindaya Namaha. Inhale. Om Govindaya Namaha. Om Govindaya Namaha. Om Govindaya Namaha. Om Govindaya Namaha. As you breathe in and out, hold this link, the eternal, unbroken link that Andal speaks about between the Jivatma and the Paramatma, where she says, Uravel namakku ingu ஒழிக்க ஒழியாது. It is impossible to break. How long does that connection last? Until such time the Jivatma returns to its source. And who plays a vital role? Who walks, who shows us the path, walks along with us until such time this coming together has happened is the Guru. Which is why Guru and Govinda are considered to be on such an elevated status. Now visualize walking along the banks of a river where there are well-defined steps leading down. You're walking towards the steps that help you access the river. The river is flowing down. Steps are above. Take a few minutes. You can visualize any river of your choice. If you've been to the Ganga, to the Narmada, to the Kaveri, the Tamrabarani, or the Narmada, the Yamuna, visualize any of these rivers. They're all Jiva Nadi. They all represent the tattva of Bhagavan's endless compassion that flows. The Saushalya I spoke of, the fluidity of water, like that is the compassion of the divine, of the universe. So for a few minutes, simply visualize slowly walking, finding a suitable pathway, standing at the top of the stairs. as you gaze before you at the river that lies in reach. Now, visualize stepping on to the first of the steps. Carefully step down, stay there. Just visualize the river. You're on the first step. Offer your gratitude here to all those in your lives who have been Sat Sahavasis. They have been positive, affirmative support on your Adhyatmika journey. In your mind, bring them all together. Andal's prayer is not for her. She says when she addresses Krishna, she addresses him in the singular. She says, Unakke. But when she speaks of what she wants to receive, she says, Yam Perum Sammanam. We are receiving this collectively. So hold in your mind as you stand at this first step, all those who have been a part of your journey, who support you, who bring in positive affirmations, who uplift you. Anyone who uplifts you, who takes you away from the drudgery of our material existence, hold all these people, your co-travelers, in mind as you stand on that first step. Now, with your palms folded, take the next step. You've gone to the second step. All those who have been a part of this journey, you're bringing them along with you. And now you honor the gurus who have shown us the way. They represent that second step because they show you the pathway to your destination. Stand there, bring your palms in front of your forehead. Salutations to all the gurus, to your guru, your guru's guru, your guru's guru, and all gurus. Please repeat after me. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Paramagurave Namaha. Om Paramagurave Namaha. Om Parameshti Gurave Namaha. Om Parameshti Gurave Namaha. Om Sarvebhyo Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Sarvebhyo Gurubhyo Namaha. Lakshminath Samarambham Nathayamuna Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Gurubhyastad Gurubhyascha Namo Vakamadhimahe Vrinimahe cha tatratyam Dampati Jagatam Pati. Dakshinamurti Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Now, take the next step respectfully, because here you're entering into the lap of Prakriti, represented by Sri Devi, Bhudevi, Neela Devi. Sri Devi represents the abundance of Aishwarya. The greatest Aishwarya is Jnana. Bhudevi is the very earth. This is also why we are Pashupati. We are Pashu. We are the Pashu because she is Prithvi. And that is why we are the ones who grace upon her surface. She holds us. And she is the consort of the Ishvara of the Pashu. Pashupati, Govinda. She represents forbearance, patience, the capacity to wait, to make an effort and wait. It's Bhudevi, Neela Devi, the one who removes the curtain of any lingering prejudice that might be there in Bhagavan's eyes, making us visible. Salute the power of Prakriti, because unless we navigate through Prakriti, we cannot transcend Prakriti. So invoke blessings of these goddesses, palms folded at your chest as I chant. Om Mahadevyai cha vidmahe Vishnupatnyai cha dhimahi Tanno Lakshmi prachodayat. Om Dhanur Dhyayai vidmahe Sarvasiddhyai cha dhimahi Tanno Dhara prachodayat. Om Mahadevyai cha vidmahe Vishnupatnyai cha dhimahi Tanno Neela prachodayat. Now you are at that lowest step. The next step is the Jivanadi, the living in perennial flow of grace that is Bhagavan. Simply visualize that you're stepping into this river. We will chant Om Achyutaya Namaha. Visualize that you're doing one dip in your mind. This is only a Manasika Snana. You could hold your nose in your mind. Take a full dip in, immerse yourself in this, come up. The next chant, Achyutaya Namaha, Anantaya Namaha, Govindaya Namaha. We will do 3 Manasika dips in this water. I will chant once. As I chant, in your mind, visualize dipping, immersing yourself. Come up, repeat the chant. The next 2 will be the same. Om Achyutaya Namaha. Om Achyutaya Namaha. Take the second dip in your mind. Om Anantaya Namaha. Om Anantaya Namaha. And the third dip. Om Govindaya Namaha. Om Govindaya Namaha. Now, in your mind, visualize offering a namaskaram. As you're standing, simply bend down, offering your namaskarams to the steps that brought you here and that led you into this flowing river of Ishvara. I will chant. Please, in your mind, bend forward, salute, prostrate as I chant. As you come up, repeat the chant. Om Achyutananta Govindaya Namaha. Om Achyutananta Govindaya Namaha. Now, in your mind, seat yourself on the last step. This is the point where Prakriti and Purusha meet. This is the frontier, the innermost frontier of the mind. It is this mind that can be filled with Shuddha Sattva, capable of receiving the light of the Purusha, of the Paramatma that is within. Seat yourself here on the banks of the river, very, very close on that last step. Stay with this image of this proximity to the source, the means, and also our final destination. Visualize yourself as a drop, as a Jivatma drop that is ready to immerse itself in the Paramatma flow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Slowly let go of this image. You could stay lingering in the after effect of the imagery. You're welcome to do some stretches if you like. But try to hold this image and let go of the active meditative process, but hold the lingering effect of the bhavana. Thank you for joining me today, day 28 of this Dhanur Dhyana Sadhana. I meet you again tomorrow, day 29. Tomorrow again is a very special day, the last Pasuram, 30th Pasuram. We will discuss it tomorrow. Tomorrow is a crux because we're coming to the end of Margashirsha. The day after is the dawn of the next month in Tamil Thai. Margari moving into Thai. We will discuss the last Pasuram. Tomorrow also happens to be Arudra, the very special occasion in which the dance of Shiva was witnessed by many, including Karikal Ammayar at Tiruvalangad. This is the story. We will explore the story tomorrow. And I'll meet you again at the same time. Thank you. Namaskar.